the first. Shit. Hold on. I'm trying to get like my microphone to sound good. Oh, shit. I really should have done the test before I started recording. Alright. You know, I can just edit the audio in Audacity even, but I'm gonna turn it down. I think we're getting background noise. But listen. Sorry, I'm adjusting my microphone. This is the first episode of the new album review show I've come up with literally like an hour ago. So I don't have any idea what albums I'm going to review. Except for the one after this and the one I'm doing right now. And this one I just literally listened to probably less than a minute ago. I just finished it, so I'm pretty sure. No, exactly a minute ago I listened to this. So, I know what's going on, but I also took down notes. I know exactly what the last song sounded like, because I just finished that less than a minute and a half ago. But I wrote down some notes because I think I'm developing early onset dementia. So I have to actually write down notes of what these songs sound like now. But how this show's gonna work is I'm gonna give my thoughts on the album first, and then pick it apart track by track. So the album we're doing today is Fantasey Empyre by Lytnig Bold. Lytnig Bold is a band I enjoy listening to. I have, hold on. Two of their albums on CD. I mean, you can't see them, but you can hear me clack the jewel cases together. I have their debut album and The Wonderful Rainbow. I had to put those back, but I think those are both great albums. Wonderful Rainbow is obviously better than the first, but and you can fight with me in the comments if you disagree, which I will bully you until you delete your YouTube account. But forget about I said that. But those are both really good albums, in my opinion. I mean, I've listened to the whole Lytnig Bold discography up to this point. In my opinion, on them is that the first four albums you got Lytnig Bold, self-titled. What is it? Ride the Skies, Wonderful Rainbow, and Hyper Magic Mountain. Those are all good. And then Earthly Delights and Oblivion Hunter. They're good, but they're kind of boring. Cause there's not much, I don't know, variety in them. They're kind of like weird, slow, almost like, I don't know how to describe it. I was just say ambient, but I don't know if that's really the right word. But it's just weird. And obviously Lytnig Bold is a weird band, but that's like, it's just not, it's kind of boring to me. But I feel like this album is like a return to the Wonderful Rainbow era of sound, but it also has some stuff taken from Earthly Delights and Oblivion Hunter, and it has like its own unique sound. But I think it's like a return to the better albums, that kind of sound. Yeah. Also, the cover is kind of weird though, because if you look at all the other Lytnig Bold album covers, they kind of have a unified sort of art style, I guess. And Fantasey Empyre doesn't. It just kind of breaks away from that. And the album after that, Sonic Citadel, which I haven't listened to yet, goes back to that kind of iconic Lytnig Bold art style. But I gave my thoughts on the album. Now we're gonna do track by track. I have to pull up the notes here. The first song, The Metal East, it's really good. And it sounds like it's something from the earlier albums, but it also has some elements that are more modern. Lightning Bolt. Also, the production is really good on all these songs. It sounds really good too. But yeah, it's just a good song. I don't really have much to say about it because I mean it's a song that's good, and it's not like it's really unique. It's not that a song has to be unique to be good because they said it's really good. And there's not that many details to pick out, or it may just be my dementia. But Over the River and Through the Woods, the next song, it's also really good, and it kind of like changes up 3 times. The first part is heavy, like really, kind of that kind of stuff, and it's loud and fast, or whatever. And then after that, it changes up to almost like I don't know, progressive rock sounding kind of thing, which is also really cool. And then the end is the really fast, loud outro, and I really like that track. It's on the longer side. It's like 6.5 minutes, which isn't super long, but it's longer than the other ones. And Horsepower, no, it's just good, not really good. It's good because it's also kind of like repetitive. It changes up near the end, but most of it is just kind of, I don't know, it's repetition, and I like Lightning Bolt songs with repetition, but for me it just doesn't really work here. I mean, it's still good, but it gets a little bit boring after a while until they change it up at the end. But it's not the change up isn't different enough, and it comes so late in the track that it doesn't really make it less boring for me. It's not really boring. I could listen to it multiple times. It's just repetitive, which kind of takes away from it. King of My World, I rate this even lower than Horsepower. It's not bad. Like, it's not bad. This one's okay, because the intro is kind of boring to me. It gets good after that when they add, like, the sound effects and shit. That's cool. But, I don't know, the intro is just really boring. Myth Master is also good. This is another really good one. And it starts with like a drum intro, which I really like. I kind of wish it was longer. Not too long, but like maybe 45 seconds. I think it's like 20 seconds. But it's like a quiet, loud song. So, it starts out quiet with like the bass and the drums and stuff, and then it gets loud, and then it goes back to quiet. It's kind of a classic song structure, not for Lightning Bolt, but just bands in general. There's a lot of bands that have at least one. I think any good band should have at least one quiet, loud song. And that's a good quiet, loud song. So Myth Master is good. Runaway Train is good. It's heavy. And it has a lot of sound effects in it, which I like the sound effects and noise and stuff. So cool. Leave the Lantern Lit is good. It starts out very loud, like really loud, and like the production and the sound of the beginning is almost like their self-titled album. It turns into like, I don't know how to describe it. It turns into almost like Minecraft soundtrack stuff. I mean, I'm sure there's more music that sounds like that, but my only frame of reference is like the Minecraft soundtrack. So the main part of this track reminds me of the Minecraft soundtrack for some reason. But yeah, that's pretty good. This is probably, I think, the shortest one. It's like 1 minute and 15. No, it's definitely the shortest one. And then the one after that There's Dream, Genie. I just need to make sure I'm getting the names of these songs right. Because again, my early onset dementia is giving me memory aids. I don't actually have it. I might. I don't know. I haven't been diagnosed. I highly doubt it. I hope I don't. But recently I have not been sleeping, so I think I'm just forgetting shit because of sleep deprivation. But I can't sleep because I have so many records to listen to. I have so many King of the Hill episodes to watch. I have so many rounds of TF2 to play. You know, I can't sleep. Right? Dream Genie. It's good. It's a really cool bass sound. And some of the parts remind me of progressive rock again. And I think this album is probably like their most metal and like progressive rock influenced. And I mean even the title, Fantasey Empyre, reminds me of some kind of like forgotten early 70s progressive rock album by some band that only made one album. I don't know. That's just the kind of vibe I get from that title. Yeah, that's my review of Dream Genie. It's another 6-minute song, so it's not long, but it's longer than most other songs. And then you have the final one, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs Fans. I don't understand that title. But it's good. It's long. It's like, this is the first really long track. And the last, it's literally the last fucking song, so I don't know what I'm talking about. With the first, it's the last fucking song. But, it's like 11 minutes, 20, buck 20. But it has a very, like, quiet intro, which I really like, the quiet intro, and then it gets into a really loud main part, and the drums are fast. I don't think I need to explain that the drums are fast. I mean, if you're listening to a Lytnig Bold album, you expect the drums to be fast. Yeah, the main part's kind of loud. It has some more, sound effect stuff, some noise, which I always like in these songs. More progressive rock sounding things in places. And, just one thing I have written in the notes, but I don't understand why I wrote this. I don't get what this means. I wrote My Sharona in the notes. I'm aware that that's a song. That's how I fucking wrote it. But I don't know why I wrote that there. I don't know what this has to do with it. But I don't understand that. But whatever, My Sharona, whatever the fuck I was talking about whenever I wrote that. And it has like a really fast, really loud outro. And it's actually surprising how, long they stay in this outro. Because they're still going while there's only 2 seconds left in the track. It's like they literally don't stop till the very end. Like the millisecond the song ends. They just keep going. It's crazy. But it's good. It's really good. And that's the last song. I know I didn't have much to say, and this probably wasn't an interesting review. But, come on, man. I haven't been getting any sleep recently. Because I have, again, what I told you about earlier. You can rewind the video if you have to refresh your memory. But I forget a lot of stuff. Although I do remember this album pretty well because I just listened to it 14 minutes ago. But 14 minutes and 15, probably like 20 seconds now, but I don't know how long. But yeah, I mean, it's good. I'll try to make the next album review more interesting because I know what I'm gonna do next. I'm not gonna tell you. You'll just have to wait and see when it comes out. Yeah, this is gonna be a new series on my channel. And I've been talking about, getting back to uploading normally and stuff. And I've never really done it. But I think this might be the thing that brings me back to normal. This kind of record reviewing show. this might be the thing, because this is something I can do a lot without having to, be distracted by other stuff that I have to do. Although school's starting again, and in case you didn't know, I'm still in school. All right, so I might have some school stuff to do, which might slow down the uploads again. But I can do this in between school, so I hope you enjoyed this fucking album review. Lytnig Bold, Fantasey Empyre. Final rating? 8 out of 10.